Hi again. Um, ang next na topic natin is about the spiritual fall and the physical fall. Bakit spiritual fall and physical fall? Okay, so we have to remember that God created human beings with both spirit and physical body, right? Sabi nga sa Bible, we have a natural body and we have also a spiritual body in Corinthians, book of Corinthians, first book of Corinthians. So sa chapter 1, it's so clear that we have a spirit. Even though we don't see, we cannot see our own spirits, meron po tayong spirit. Meron po tayong spirit. Everybody has, okay? And this spirit is the one that can relate to God and can relate to the spiritual beings in the spiritual world. And this spirit can relate to the angels who are living in the spiritual world. Okay. So, since we have this spiritual body and physical body, the fall also took place in two spheres, two two worlds. When Lucifer, when the archangel tempted Eve and had relationship with Eve, they have that relationship spiritually. We call it spiritual fall. They have a sexual relationship spiritually, and thus the spiritual fall happened. And Eve, who was stained also already by the blood of Lucifer, tempted tempted Adam. She also tempted Adam, and Adam responded to Eve, and when he responded to Eve, they had sexual relationships. They had sexual relationship, and that relationship is called the physical fall. So, sabi natin, pwede bang magkaroon ng relationship yung spirit tsaka spirit? Ganon, di ba? In the Bible, there are many instances that the angel that angels visits human beings. For example, when Abraham was visited by three angels who announced that he will have a son. Abraham and Sarah, they didn't have any son by their marriage. So the angel went to visited Abraham, and Abraham actually thought they were people, they were human beings. So he prepared food for them, and the three angels also prepared food, ate with them, with Abraham. And then during their talk, the three angels said that you will have a son. And then Abraham said, what should I do to be able to receive this blessing from God? And the angel said, you have to make an offering. Kaya nga nag-offer siya ng 3 offerings at that time. Anyway, so there are also instances when the angels help people and open the prison. For example, when the disciple of or when disciple was imprisoned, an angel opened the prison. There were stories like that in the Bible. There are stories like that in the Bible. So you see how if you ask how can this happen, actually physical we can see them with our eyes. We can feel them with our hands. We can talk to them, these angels. Okay, so after the creation of human beings, Lucifer, feeling as though he were receiving less love than he deserved, wanted to grasp the same central position in human history as he enjoyed in the angelic world as the channel of God's love. So ito na yung feeling ni Lucifer when Adam and Eve were created. Nabigla na siya, bakit meron ng in-between, between God and me, ganon. So, because of that, Lucifer felt lesser love. He felt that he lacks love now kasi nga hindi na siya ang sentro, kundi si Adam and Eve na. So, in order to supplement that feeling of less love, feeling of receiving lesser love, he wanted to supplement that love through the love of Eve. Lucifer, who left his proper position due to excessive desire, and he who wanted to open her eyes and become like God before the time was ripe, formed a common base. So, si Eve at that time, she was in the growth period, like adolescent siya. No? Mga 16 years old, ganyan. 16, 17 years old. When Lucifer said that she will become like God and she can open her eyes and become like God, nagkaroon din siya ng excessive desire or premature desire to become like God. Since he is not yet matured, she responded to Lucifer. And they had that kind of relationship. And this relationship is the spiritual fall centered on unprincipled love between her and Lucifer. Actually, yung kwento dito, matagal ito, hindi ang bigla lang na nagkaroon sila ng relationship. Lucifer was always together with Eve, teaching her many things, and Eve was so amazed about the knowledge that he has. Ganon. And little by little, they were drawn to each other. And since even though God said to Eve that they should not eat the fruit, and she was drawn to Lucifer, and Lucifer advances to her, and they committed the sin. So, the power of unprincipled love generated their give and take led them to consummate an illicit sexual relationship on the spiritual plane. So, this is the spiritual fall. Then, the physical fall is when Eve seduced Adam with the hope that by uniting with Adam, she could get rid of that conscience of that sin, and she can again stand in front of God. So she went to Adam to tempt Adam. Now Eve had a sin, and she began to tempt Adam. Went to Adam and tried to become close to him and introduce this kind of relationship with him. So Adam also, who was immature, responded to Eve's temptation, and this resulted to the physical fall. So even if Adam and Eve knew that they are not supposed to eat the fruit, they ate the fruit. It's because of the power of unprincipled love. So, dito, makita natin dito mga kapatid na maski sinless itong si Adam and Eve, nagkasala pa rin sila. They were created sinless. Wala silang kasalanan. They were supposed to grow from formation growth to their perfection through the help of the principle, through the help of this angel who is supposed to educate them about God's will. And Adam and Eve are supposed to follow the will of God until they reach that level wherein they could receive the marriage blessing from God. But unfortunately, they couldn't wait. Nakalimutan nila yon, hindi nila nagawa yon. And this is the responsibility of man, to respond to the will of God, to follow the commandment of God. But Adam and Eve couldn't do that. This is so unfortunate because the result of their act transcended the time until now we are experiencing the same pain of this original sin that was done by our first ancestors in the Garden of Eden thousands of years ago. So, ngayon po, alam natin na kung ano yung nangyari. And we are praying that we try to avoid all these kind of sins that Satan is using. This is the greatest weapon of Satan. Yung tinatawag natin unprincipled love, illegal sexual relationship. Wala sa tama, hindi tamang sexual relationship. This is the fall of man. This is the original sin, which is the cause of all the problems we are facing in our individual life, in our family life, in society, nation, and world. And Satan is behind this. Bakit? Gusto niya kasi na siya ang Lord natin. Gusto niya, siya ang maging hari ng mundo. Kaya nga sabi ni Jesus Christ sa Bible, Satan is the ruler of this world. Tapos sabi rin niya, marami siyang sinabi na, you are the brood of vipers. Mga anak daw tayo ni Satan. Anak tayo ng serpent. It's true because somehow we are related to the lineage of Satan. So, itong physical and spiritual fall na to, it should be reversed. It should be solved. At then we cannot really solve this by ourselves. We cannot fight by ourselves with Satan. We need God and the Messiah. So, kaya nga po, since I believe that Reverend Moon is the second coming of Christ, dahil siya po ang nagturo nito at siya rin po ang gumagawa ng mga lahat ng mga solutions to solve this problem in the world. Kaya meron po tayong tinatawag na Holy Marriage Blessing sa Unification Church. It is a mass wedding. And I'm hoping that kayo din po ay makatanggap ng blessing marriage na to. So your marriage become a God-centered marriage, and when you got children out of this marriage, then your children will no longer be connected to Satan, but be lineage of God. Become the lineage of God. And from that time on, that will be the most fundamental way to solve this problem. If you join this, you are helping God. You are helping in building God's kingdom by joining this holy blessing marriage from Reverend Myung Moon and his wife. So please contemplate deep about this and pray about this. I pray for your happiness as individual and the family and in the society. Okay? See you next video. Bye.